Good thing I got up because the mic wasn't on. All right, so welcome to what I'm going to call Motivation Monday. And for, I guess, Motivation Monday episode 1, it is going to be about self-esteem, confidence, and the reason why I thought of this is because it is bourgeois prom time right now, and most women that hold back from doing a bourgeois session, the biggest reason is because the lack of confidence, thinking that, well, I'll do it when I'm perfect, and, that kind of mindset. So I thought I would just give my personal opinion on 3 ways to just gain some confidence and just know that, girl, you look good. And that's the story of it. So, I'm trying not to make these videos like too long because, if you have busy lives and stuff, watching a 30-minute tutorial or, whatever you watch is kind of hard to do. So, I'm going to try to make these short and sweet. And I still haven't really figured out my intro, so I just kind of go in for it. So let's just dive right in. If you see me looking over here, I have a new camera. So if you see me doing like this, I'm checking myself out, but I'm trying to make sure I'm somewhat in focus. All right, so now let's talk about, no, I wrote this down too because I have good points and I did not want to forget them. So, one thing that we need to do as women is, and you may hear my little puppy dog in the background back here, so apologize. But no, first thing, we all want to be perfect, right? We want to look like all the pretty women on Instagram, all the photoshopped women in magazines. We can't settle for anything less than perfect. But what the heck is perfect? Really, what the heck is perfect? No one is perfect. And I think that's where a lot of women need to just realize that, none of us are perfect. Not one of us. Not a one of us. So instead of trying to embrace being perfect, I will be confident in myself whenever I have this done and this done and this done and this done, or I look like this, or I'm at this point in my life, whatever. Embrace being perfectly imperfect. Having the mindset of switching it from striving to be perfect to strive and be satisfied with being perfectly imperfect. That's number 1. Because, like I said, what the heck is perfect anyways? So just be perfectly imperfect because, well, we're all imperfect, so, go with it. Number 2. So I feel like the number 2 reason, or reason number 2, something like that, is, having confidence in yourself. It's hard, but it can be done. And, like for bourgeois sessions, for instance, a lot of it has to do with just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and know that it is okay to feel confident. It is okay to love yourself at whatever stage in life you're at, because no matter what stage in life you're at, you need to love yourself. And, whether you're that perfect idea of yourself or not, you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone and just walk into a situation with confidence and self-esteem and just know that you got this. But that can also relate to just things that you want to do in life. If you're like, hey, I'm not going to do this because I'm just not confident right now, and I just can't go out on that business adventure, or I can't, make that jump in my career. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Have the confidence in yourself to know that yes, you can, and you look good while doing it. So that's number 2. Number 3, we all have bad days. Every single one of us, we have bad days. Sometimes I feel like people think that I don't ever have days where I wake up on the wrong side of the bed or I'm super inconfident, or inconfident. Is that even a word? Super not confident? Or unconfident? Basically, you're lacking self-esteem. I feel like I made that really complicated, but I hope you catch what I'm saying. But like I did a photo session probably like 3 or 4 months ago, and it was a PMS day where I was not feeling it. And I mean, I woke up messaging my husband, and I was like, I look like a man. I'm fat. I've gained all this weight back that I've lost. I'm ugly. I mean, the list went on. When I say I was being a little over dramatic, I mean, I can admit it, I was being a little over dramatic. But you know what? I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm just going to fake it until I make it. And you know what? By the time I got the pictures back, I was like, I was fretting for nothing, because most of the time when you fret like that, most of the time it's not as bad as what you think. So, sometimes you just gotta fake it until you make it. And it kind of reminds me of like, I've been told by people before that, how like if you're unhappy or if you're going through like a depressed state or whatever, that like, like fake smiling, fake laughing, like usually like boosts you to, looking in that mirror makes me think that there's like crap on my face. Anyways, back to faking it until you make it. There's nothing on my face and I'm not looking at that thing over there. But, whenever you're like fake happy, not happy, depressed, things like that, when you fake laugh, make yourself smile, it kind of puts you in like a happier state. That's kind of the same thing with confidence. If you ain't confident and deep down you're like, I just need to get it together, fake it until you make it. And see what happens. So, yes, that's my 3 facts or opinions on having confidence. Number 1, represent being perfectly imperfect. Number 2, push yourself out of your comfort zone. And number 3, fake it until you make it. So, that sums up Monday Motivation episode 1. I don't know what I'll talk about next week. Actually, no, I think I do know what I'm going to talk about. I think I'm going to talk about the bad side of social media. And what I mean by bad side is the comparison that we women make to social media. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't even got to go into an elaborate thing right now. So stay tuned for episode number 2. And, this week, know that look in the mirror, tell yourself, you look good, girl. You got this. And if it's a bad day, fake it until you make it. And remember to love yourself at no matter what stage in life you are at, and strive to be a better person than you were the day before yesterday, however that phrase goes. And that is all I have to say, and I hope everyone has a fabulous rest of the week. Bye.